That's the same for any of y'all. If you want a digital copy, just you can email me. You need my email. Just let me know. I don't want to erase this beautiful picture, but I'll write it down for you later. It's really simple. It's just my name, Cody, then the letter N for my middle name, which is Danger, and then Holland@gmail.com. That one usually gets a laugh. The middle name Danger.
I was questioning.
And you were questioning.
It was an N.
I know. I tell everyone my middle name's Danger, especially like at work. My email at work, it's CN Holland. They cut my name off and get me started. It's really upsetting. So, but it's CN because I guess there's a lot of Hollands who work for the district, and so they all know my middle initial because it's in my email, and I haven't put my email up on my board. Like I just leave it there so they can send me assignments and stuff, which is crazy. Even when I was in high school. Which doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but I guess it was. You know, I didn't email teachers, but you know, that's just a normal thing for them now. But anyways, you know, I leave it up there. They're like, "What's the N stand for? What's your middle name, Mr. Holland?" And I'm always like, "It's Danger." You know, like that doesn't start with N. I'm like, Danger. That's my middle name. It's spelled weird. The N is silent. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna pray. I'll go ahead. That feels like an AC song. We're going to go ahead and pray and get started. Are you ready? All right. Dear Lord Father, we thank you for this class. I pray that you help us be good students of this language, good students of American Sign Language. Help us to learn it and use it for your honor. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so you all having a good week?
Yes.
You've been studying? I got some no's and some yeses.
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. So, all right. So, can you believe we're already on lesson 4? Lesson 4. We've already been doing this 4 weeks. That's like a month. So, it's not like a month, it isn't. Anyway. So let's run through and review some. We'll review some. As we get going, we won't be able to review all of it every week, but we can still do that. So, ABCs, y'all ready? I'm doing fast. Ready? A, B, F. Oh. F. F. See, you got to do them out of order. It's tough. So I don't even remember where I was now. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, I just did K, K like this, up like this. What is it if it's down?
E.
L, all right, M, very good, 3 fingers. N, N, O, P. Yep. Got it. Q. Ooh. Q, like a G that fell over. R. Very good. S. Remember, it's important that the thumb goes in front, because if you put the thumb here, what is that?
A.
Very good. T. U. V. W. What number is this? It's a 6. X. 3. Y. And Z. Yeah, Y will be like this, and then Z. Yep, not 3. Gonna break you all of that. I'm telling you, from here on out in your lives, you'll never be able to think of this as 3 again. This is 3. This is 6. So, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so numbers: 0, 1, 2, 3. It's okay. It's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. 11 is 20.
See your turn, get it.
11, 12. 12, turn your hand the other way. There you go, 12. 13. 13. Come out there. 13. Can you see me okay? Okay. If you need me, if I get too far forward, let me know. Same for you too, if I get too far forward, let me know. 14. 14. Very good. 15. 16. Make it 6. And you?
Shake it.
Shake it. I got 3 people that time. Y'all are learning.
Yeah, schmack it.
17, you make a 7 and you?
Schmack it.
Shake it. 18, you make an 8 and you shake it.
Shake it.
19, make a 9 and you shake it. And then 20?
Chicken.
20 chickens.
20. 20?
Chickens. 20 chickens. 20.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. We only touched on these. How good's y'all's memory? Not good? We'll jump back around to the numbers later.
40% out of 100.
40%
Something
out
like
of 100.
that.
So we will jump back around to the numbers at the end again, and we'll work on 20, 21 through 30. So, but for now, you all are looking good. Let me see you fingerspell your names. Okay. Now, I got a challenge for you all. Let me see you sign your phone numbers.
Y'all trying to expose?
Send your overachiever. I just wanted the phone number.
That's hard.
386.
That's definitely something to practice.
Oh, it's watching me?
386.
No, I didn't do the area code.
My number's
I know. 386.
I just did the number.
All right, very good. Very good. That was a little bit of a struggle, but for the most part, it looked good. So, I knew I wanted to throw you all a curveball today. So, a little bit of a challenge. But that's fine, that's fine. You all did well. Practice that. I picked your phone number because it's, pretty, hopefully you know your phone number. I hope so, no. Maybe you don't, but most people know their phone numbers and, easy. It's a long number that you have memorized, so, and it's not as special as Social Security. That'll be next week. No, I'm just kidding. All right, how do you sign name? Name. Hi. Phone number.
What's the number? Something like that.
Why is it a duck?
Yes. Yes. No. 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 Good.
So close.
Bad. How? You got 3 signs for it. I saw this one. It's not one of them. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can do how. You can do how, or you can do how. So you can do how, or how. Which is right? Yes. They're all good. So, how, or how.
We got lazier and lazier.
Pronouns. How do you do I?
I.
I. Or me. You. Hey, all comedians. You. They. Y'all.
Same thing.
I know, yeah, y'all. Well, that one's possessive. Y'all.
Oh,
Okay. I know it's not proper English, but we don't have a good word in English for that, so. Y'all, y'allses. You can also do use guys, that's acceptable. Any kind of plural possessive you, which is really a shame that English doesn't have one of those. I mean, Spanish does, but they just can't get on board in English. Anyways, so, y'all, how about fine? Fine. So let's try this. You ready? You ready? We're gonna practice.
how are you?
All right, look at that. Progress.
I couldn't see you fully.
That's progress?
I could see.
Yes, yes, the idea is improvement. So, I guess technically progress does not always mean improvement, but
It's a chart.
for this class it does. But yeah, this is improvement.
Okay.
If you go the other way, it's the opposite of that. Disimprovement? That's not right. Disapproval. No, that's not right either. Deteriorate, which is funny because I usually sign this one, I get the word deteriorate. But this is kind of the idea of it's going downhill. Regress, that's a good one.
It's feeling
Regress.
for you.
Yeah, it's going downhill. So, getting better, getting worse. Today, when I realized that I go back to work, I have 1 week left of summer break, and then I'm back to work. So, this is my feeling. I know. What? I know, you all who are just in school, who aren't teachers, you got 2 weeks left, but I only have 1 week left of summer.
Are you a teacher?
I am a teacher, yes. Yep, up at Mainland. So, yeah, it breaks my heart. I'm not ready. But anyways, I'm sure you parents are like, whatever, I'm sending my kid back. They're all yours now.
At least it's an hour later.
Yeah, say what?
At least it's an hour later.
Now, that's true. Well, for the high schools it is. I think elementary schools basically stayed the same. I'm not sure. They started 7:50.
30 minutes.
Is it 30 minutes? Okay.
And middle school, I think, is the same.
Middle school's the
Middle
most.
school's
Middle
worse.
school's 4:30.
I said to get out at 5.
That's almost the same. They got out at like 3:50 last year.
But it's still half
I know
hour
high
later
school's
now.
like
I know.
middle school, we get out at 5:40.
I know, yeah.
9:30 now.
Yeah, changing all those school start times.
As
So, deaf.
Yeah, 3:20.
Deaf. Yeah, high school's 8:30 to 3:30 now. So, and I know elementary is 7:50 to 2:50, I believe.
I think 2:30.
Is it 2:30? You're right, it's 2:30. You're right.
That makes no sense then. Elementary school goes first, then my
Yeah.
high school, then middle school. So
That's what's gonna be weird.
I'm just waiting for middle schoolers to get out to see high schools and elementary schools.
Yeah,
That's
above my pay grade. I know. Just a teacher. So, where were we? Deaf. Hearing. Also the sign for public, like public school. Just kind of interesting. I think we discussed that one already. So, and then it's which. Wow, I put a Y in which. Which.
Is a yitch.
Which.
You're copying Jacob now.
I know, you're a bad influence on me, Jacob. So, this guy right here, if you're ever in the 11:30 service at church, watch him fingerspell for the next.
Will do.
Yeah, it's fun. What was it? I think you put a G in Romans?
Yeah, the G or an H, something like
Yeah,
that.
there's like a G in Romans.
I had Y's.
Yeah, you had Y's, G's in there randomly.
He says the word Mephibosheth.
Yeah, which I gotta say on that note real quick, I love Pastor Rich when he was like, and standing with him was a bunch of Hebrew men. Which had that big list of names in the Bible. I was like,
Name.
goodness.
this is a little bit off topic, but my first time interpreting a sermon,
Oh.
it was college chapel. So I'm up there on stage. I had interpreted the music, which was fine. I've done that before. I'm up there, and then there were two guys there who switched off interpreting the preaching. Neither of them came up. So I'm up there, and no one comes up, and I'm like, guess I'm interpreting the sermon. And the guy opens up his Bible, and it's 1 Chronicles. So it's etched in my mind, and this person begot this person, and this person begot this person, begot this person, begot this person, begot this person, and he just was going right down the list. And I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm never doing this again.
And all those old names.
I know, it's true. Yeah,
Name,
so I really
name.
appreciate it. I thought that was really funny when he was like, and standing with them were a bunch of Hebrew men. I was like, there we go. That's how you do that.
I said thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you were like, yeah. Although you had a fun little interaction on Sunday though, that, you know, Clayton was over like, hey, how you doing? I was wondering if Rich was gonna walk him right into you or not.
He almost did.
I know, there's been so many times where I'm like, I'm about to run into Pastor Dan right here, like we're like back to back here in a second. We're gonna run right into each other, but it hasn't happened yet.
And depending on what he says, your arm may be over
I know.
here doing this.
One day I just need to do that just for fun. I just need to like, I find an excuse just to hit him. Just a little elbow. Like, oh, oops, my mistake. Let's keep reviewing. Please. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
You
Yep.
and your stomach.
You're welcome.
It's kind of like Santa.
It is kind of like Santa, yeah. Santa, you're welcome. So Santa.
Which one's the beard?
Or
Yeah, I've seen it both. Mhm. Santa or Santa. Mhm. Michael's right. So Santa or Santa. So, any other holidays you want? Any other holidays you want to know while we're on the topic? Halloween. Halloween. Hanukkah. 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 I always get that one confused with Kwanzaa, which is Kwanzaa. Hanukkah. Any others while we're on it?
Easter.
Yeah. Easter. Easter.
You've been breaking the list.
Halloween. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. You can do that. It's like thank you twice. I've never done Thanksgiving. I usually see Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. So, any others? Did I miss any holidays? Independence Day. It's just Independence Day. Independence Day.
Valentine's Day.
Flag Day. What kind of holiday do you celebrate? Valentine's. Okay, there's two signs for Valentine's Day. You could do just this is a sign for heart. You could do Heart Day, or you could do it with V's. Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's
Either
cool.
one's fine. Yep.
No.
Valentine's Day. I usually do it with the V's. Veterans Day. So I'm thinking of V's now. Veterans Day. Mother's Day. Father's Day. This is day.
I was gonna say, so this
This is day. We haven't figured it out. Day. Day. And this is kind of cool. Y'all ready for this? All right. Day. 2 days. 3 days.
so shocking.
4 days. I know. It's like, whoa. It goes up to 9. After 9, you just go like 10 days, 11 days. But up to 9, you can go up to 9 days. Do all that. So.
Today.
Oh, that's table.
Today.
Or today. Today. I usually do today. Today. Yeah. But some people do today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It is tomorrow. Yeah. Yesterday. Yesterday. Tomorrow. All right. We already talked a little bit about this. What's mine? Mine. Theirs. Yep, theirs. What's ours? What? I just love it. I just love watching you do it. You're like,
Who, Michael?
yeah, Michael. He's just always like, what? What? You can also do what? What? It's almost like a W to a T.
Oh,
That's easier. No, it's not.
This is more used when someone's going like, what? Whereas this is usually when you're asking a question like, you wouldn't go, your name what? You don't see that a lot. You see like, your name what?
right.
So, son. Wrong son. Wrong son. You're right. You're right. You're right. It was a different son. The church that my wife and I met in, it was Sunshine Baptist Church, but it was SONSHINE. And I always loved that. I was like, yeah, we're such a clever church. It's sunshine. But yeah, son. Son. Daughter, yep, right here, daughter. Male signs, female signs. Male, female, which one are the signs? Male, female. So, father, is that one next? Oh, mother's next. Mother, father. Mother, father. Some people wiggle their fingers, some don't. I normally don't, but I just did
I
it.
thought that was grandma and grandpa.
So, no, I'll talk about that one in a second.
Oh, yeah.
So, some people do it. I tend to not, but I just did it, and I noticed I did. So I thought I'd let you know. Some people go like father, mother. Most of the time, I just go father and mother. Just depends. Depends. Grandparents are grandfather, grandmother. So, grandfather, great grandfather, great great grandfather, great 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 grand. You all get the picture. Got the idea. So after a while, they just go like 5 times grandpa or whatever. So, but grandfather, grandmother.
Grandson?
You usually spell grand and then sign son, although I've seen it done a few different ways. The most widely used one I've seen is grandson, and it's the same for grandchildren, granddaughter. It's all the same, grand and then whatever the sign is. Some people will sign grandpa's son. I've seen that enough where I'm comfortable saying, you know, deaf people use it, but they'll go grandson. I've also seen grandson, and this is like great with a G, but I don't see that one a lot. That tends to be older deaf people that I'll see use that one. But it's pretty rare. So, but the most widely used one, and probably the easiest, is just grandson.
When we were up north, they did the grandfather, son.
Oh, they did this one?
Yeah, no.
Of this one.
The grandfather.
Oh, grandfather.
Yeah, son.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, thinking of it, I think most of the people I've seen use it are from up north, so it might be a northern sign, but I might be wrong. I haven't looked enough to tell
Yeah.
you for sure. But, like I said, the most widely used one is grandson, granddaughter, like that. And then age, old, yes,
I have a
question?
quick question. Can you tell where somebody's from when they sign up?
More or less, yeah, yeah.
Just like.
You can. It's,
mhm.
ASL is interesting. Unlike, there's a lot, I shouldn't say unlike a lot of languages, because most languages don't, but the major languages you see do have some kind of group who tries to tell people what's right and what's wrong. So, you know, English, we got the dictionaries, you know, y'all's not in the dictionary. So, you know, I was talking to a French teacher at work, and they have, you know, some long French name for some group who does that for French. There's a group that does it for Spanish. But ASL does not have it. So there's no one group that says, you know, what's right and what's wrong. There's just whatever people use. So there's a lot of regional variation. So I know, like if I see the sign hospital, I know they're from up north, probably New York, New Jersey area, if I see hospital. If I see hospital, that's more of the sign you see everywhere else. If I see this sign for watch, they're probably from Florida. So, because that's really more of a Florida. You see that one up north? Never?
I've never seen
I've
that
never
one.
seen it before.
Not for
Florida
watch.
sign. I've only seen people from Florida use it. Watch TV. It's your mouth sitting there.
I thought you meant watch. I'm like,
No, watch like you're watching
Okay.
TV. That tends to be more used in Florida, which of course our signs are the right ones. Of course. So it just depends though.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, some signs are so unique you just know where they're from. Here we sign 30, 40, 50. In Ohio they go 30, 40,
Yeah.
50. So I know if I see this, they're from Ohio. So or at least they learn signs in Ohio. So it just depends. Yes, question?
Buddy, last week you said, when we were going over mom and dad, but you said there was a sign for parents. What was it?
Parents, you just do both of them together. Or you could do it with a P, parents. So parents, or you could just sign mom and dad for parents also.
Thank you.
You do parents or parents, absolutely. Do we have other questions? Question?
Actually, like 16 is similar to Wednesday, but
Yeah, Wednesday circles. And you could do Wednesday this way or this way.
I was thinking about that when I was like doing.
Yeah, we don't really cover the days of the week in here.
Yeah.
They usually come up and they're really simple. The day, you just make the first letter and you make a circle. So Monday or Monday, Tuesday or Tuesday. The only weird one is Thursday you do an H and Sunday you do this. But they're really simple. So, once you know the basics, yeah, but it just circles.
Yeah, I was just saying, cause it's kinda similar.
It is, yeah, they're only different in movement. We'll talk about the 5 parameters at some point. But that's really kind of a different,
But there's really many signs that are very similar, kind of you have to go with the context of what's
there
being said.
there are. What was the conversation I had with, it might have been in here, did we have the rooster conversation in here? Or is that another place? Father? Rooster.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was
Yeah, we
here?
did.
Okay, father, rooster, yeah, very similar. Baby, table. Baby,
Oh, wow.
table. Yeah. Dry, ugly, summer. Dry, ugly, summer.
And black.
And black, yeah, if you keep your fingers straight, it's black. Nice to meet you. Nice to date you. Don't want to get those confused.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a lot of signs that are very similar. You just,
Mess it up and you're gonna get slapped.
learn. You make mistakes.
Remember
You
that.
look stupid for for a while. It's fine though.
It happens more often than you think, because Sunday, he was saying wood, preacher was saying wood, and you kept signing bread.
I did that.
No, he did in the
Oh.
message Sunday. He just got it
Yeah.
backwards. It's,
I
he's
do
like,
that all the time.
Right.
I went wood first, went, no, I'm wrong, bread, and then I just signed it bread for the rest of the time.
I make that mistake all the time, and we had a deaf lady. Some of you might remember Karen. Some of you might not. She was a deaf lady who used to go to our church. She moved up to Ohio or somewhere up north where it's cold. I don't know why. So, but anyways, and one time it was walk through Bethlehem, and they were saying we get those big stacks of wood out in the field. I put those big stacks of bread out there, and she was just dying in the church. She was like, there's bread piled out there. I'm like, great. All right, age or old. Age or old. How do you sign someone is 6 years old? 6 years old.
Or do old 6.
Yeah. Or you do old 6. Old 6, or you could just combine them, 6 years old. So I could say like, my daughter is 2 years old. My son is 5 years old. My new baby, well, she's not born yet, we're still waiting. 37 weeks, so we're like right on the line there, anytime. My daughter was born at 38 weeks, so I mean, we're like, but my son was born at like 42 weeks, so we don't want to think about that possibility. We're just focusing on my daughter's, that possibility. So, but, yeah, getting closer. I'll try to make sure I have a way to get that information out to you. We have to if we have to cancel last minute. So if you haven't yet, it's a good time for me to say, make sure you go like the Deaf Ministry Facebook page. I'll make sure they know in the office, so you can call the office and check also.
There's
Yes,
a Facebook group, like for sharing.
I should. I'll probably just use the Facebook page since it's public anyway. So if you don't want to like it, you can still log in and see it. And, even if you don't have a Facebook account, you can still see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you just go to Facebook and just find you could probably even type it on Google, like Crossroads Deaf Ministry, and it should come up.
I think so.
So, yeah, I believe it does. So, and even if you don't have Facebook, you can still check on there. But like I said, hopefully we won't have to cancel at all. Hopefully we'll just be able to keep going. Hopefully this baby will be born tomorrow. So, and then, there we go, that's my hope.
Yeah, your last week before work, you better hope.
Yeah, I know, I don't want the baby to be born before I go back.
Aw.
So, because right now I don't have to worry about work. Like I don't have anything going on. It's just, anyways. So, let's get on to our new vocabulary. Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. Who?
Very cool.
Who, or you can do who. Who. So you can keep this finger straight, or you can curve it. Does not matter. Who or who. I tend to keep it straight. Just go. Who. So it is an L.
I think that's the old way.
Which way? Oh, who, that's the old sign. Who. Who is an older sign. You'll still be understood, but you just don't see it anymore. So, who. 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 And I could put in any of my favorite music references in there. I got a bunch to go with that one. Got the who let the dogs out, who you gonna call. I mean, I got lots of who.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Who?
So this goes at the end of a sentence, right? Since
It would, because it's a WH question word, yes. And you're ruining my trick questions I had at the end.
Thank you for not making us feel like text.
Ooh. Where? This one's really easy. Where? Where?
Oh, no. Are you circling it?
Nope, I'm going back and forth. Where? And that's an important question. I'm happy you asked me that. Where? It's important. This one's important. Palm facing out, going back and forth. Because if you do it like this, that's only. If you do it like this, it's always. I'll just blink. Always. So you don't want to get that confused. You want to make sure you do where. Where. If you do it down here, it's like no, 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 no. So make sure you do it here. Where. Where. All right, I'm just gonna take a second to brag about my kids because I'm standing here talking and I can do that. My wife the other day, she asked my daughter. She has these like baby dolls that she loves, and so which is really funny because then she gets mad and she's like chucking them across the room. but she was running around going, baby doll, baby. She wasn't signing; she was just saying, baby doll, baby doll. And my wife said, where's the baby doll? But she said, where's the baby doll? Where's the baby doll? And she said, no, mommy, where? So where? And that one is also going to go at the end of your sentences because it is a WH question word. So here. So you where? Here. Here. It's going to make like a circle. Here. Good catch. Here. Although if you're not here, you could be there.
That was a good transition.
There. So you got here, you have there. There. Here, there. Everywhere.
Wait,
Yes.
so how would you make the sentence here or there? Or not, how would you make the sentence fragment here or there?
Here, there. In ASL, you would use what's called body shifting. So, how do you ask me that? Because it gives you something else I can. So, in ASL, when you have two different things and you're comparing them, you use what's called body shifting, like this. So, for example, if I'm talking about my kids, because I have two of them, so it works. I could be like, I have a son and I have a daughter. And now all I have to do is point over here, because I already said it's my son. I can just go, he's 5, she's 2. And all I have to do is just shift my body. I'm comparing these two things. It could be used for like doing opposites or similarities, anything like that. We'll use what's called body shifting. So, which is it's a fun thing. I use it a lot. If you watch me on Sunday mornings when I interpret, I use this a lot because all the time, church is great for that. You know, we have all kinds of things we set up. You know, we'll have like Satan, or we'll have God, or we'll have, you know, the righteous way and the sinful way. You know, we always have like, there's always two things. We always get, you know, so you see this a lot if you watch the church interpreter. So keep an eye out for that if you're in the 11:30 service. Yeah, keep an eye out for us. We do it a lot. So I know Jacob uses it also. Yes.
Is there a sign for we?
Yes.
Is it I?
We. Yeah, it's like R, but just pointing. We. Sometimes people get really fancy and they'll go we.
We you.
But you can just go we.
So I.
We. Unless you're in Paris and you gotta sign we. I can't help myself.
Really?
We. All right. Home. 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 Home.
So
It doesn't
deaf.
matter. You can start here or start here. It
So
doesn't
deaf,
matter.
but with 4 fingers.
Yes, it is. It's like deaf, but with all these fingers. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
You're on my bad side. Home. Yeah. So home. Now you want to be careful not to get it confused with deaf. Also, you could get it confused with dorm. Dorm, which is like home with a D. Dorm.
interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Storm, home, death. So home. This sign is from, it used to be home, because you ate there and you slept there. It's on home, but over time it just got changed to home. Home. So that helps you remember it's where you eat, where you sleep. Home.
Nice.
Home. And school. School. I don't want to talk about this. We're just going to move on. School. You got school.
School, yes.
School.
School is cool.
Yeah, school is cool. That's what they tell you.
It's basically like brainwashed your memories, like every single education video about like school is like, school is great kids, even though every single kid watching there wants to go home.
Yeah, the teachers up there are like, yeah, great. School. No, most of us teachers love our jobs, we really do. School. Now, this is for school. If you're talking about a college, it's college. It's like a higher school. College. College. So school, college.
Swiping off the money.
Swiping up the money.
That's actually
I love it. I love it. I always, I love it. I tell my students that all the time, especially my seniors. I get seniors and they just like, you know, they're seniors. They don't care about anything. And I'm like, you're planning to go to college. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to college. I'm like, you know what's going to happen when you go to college and you try to pull the same stuff? You know what's going to happen?
Bye-bye.
Teacher's going to say, all right, 0, whatever. You got to pay again to take the class. You know, it's just more money for us. So, anyways.
And they'll be
Once you think of it, they're just swiping off the cash. I love that. I'm using that from now on. I like that. College. Church. Yes, church. Rock. Church.
Rock church.
Rock. Sure.
Yeah.
Cop.
Yeah, cop. It's on signs that use a C. I was thinking more of chocolate. That came to mind for me. That's an important sign.
Yes, it is.
That should, you know, that's a survival sign right there. So, chocolate. Eat that one. Chocolate. Vanilla.
Vanilla chocolate.
Yeah. Vanilla.
White chocolate.
So now, if you go to Wendy's and there's a deaf person working there and you want a vanilla frosty, who are you? I mean, that's that vanilla frosty. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's someone here who likes vanilla frosties.
I like chocolate.
The chocolate ones. Are there any other kind of frosties?
No.
I always tease my wife whenever I go get frosties because we live close to a Wendy's and they're like $1. And they're amazing. Especially when they had them for 50 cents, like last month. I think I gained 5 pounds there. So I always tell her, I'm like, all right, so you want a vanilla one, right? And she's like, not if you want a wife. So chocolate. So, but church though, that's how we got on that topic. Church. Now here's a challenge for you. Can you spell your church's name?
Whoa. What if you don't go to a church?
Yeah.
Can you spell this church's name if you don't go to one? You're sitting in one now.
C-R-O.
Oh, no, she's not church, she's school.
Technically, you all go to a church because you're in one now, so you all came to a church today.
Parents come here.
There you go. Hey, you all are here right now. I don't, you know, you're in a church right now, so there we go. Church, crossroads. Yes.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Is there any sign for cousin or relative?
Relative, usually you do family. Yeah, you'll just see family. Cousin is like this, cousin. Notice, cousin. Cousin. You notice it's in the middle, because cousin is gender neutral. So you don't know if it's a male or female, just off cousin, as opposed to like niece and nephew. You can though, you can sign, if you know it happens to be a male cousin, you can sign cousin or cousin. If you know it's male or female, you can do cousin or cousin. So if I'm talking about like my cousin Courtney or my cousin Kenny, I can do it like that. So, but just the normal sign is cousin. Cousin. So, church. Live. You're gonna make L's. I look like I'm like mad at something in that picture, but it's live.
In all the signs, in all these pictures, you have the same page, just like live or?
Yes. It is live and it is live. So same spelling, we use the same sign. So it could be live TV. So I've seen that used. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes you will see it done with A's also.
So we,
In Florida, it's more common to see it like this, but it's definitely not the only way I see it. I've seen it plenty of other ways. I've seen it plenty of times those two ways. Live or live. It's also used for alive. Are you all familiar with idioms? If I say that word, is that? Some of you, yes, some of you no, that's okay. Idioms are expressions that don't translate into other languages directly. So for example, if I say it's water under the bridge, I don't literally mean that it's water under a bridge. I mean, it's nothing. You know, it's old news. It's no big deal. If I say,
it's raining cats and dogs.
it's raining cats and dogs, that's an idiom. So it's not, if I go outside and look up, I'm not going to have like Fido come at me.
I mean, I think children would immediately go outside with raining cats and dogs. It's
Probably,
the first thing they get.
mine would. So, I want to go outside and they just see a dog walking around the neighborhood. I'm like, you don't know whose dog that is. In ASL there's an idiom. They'll ask if it's alive. So they'll go, is the coffee alive? To mean, is it fresh? So, and this is the way they sign it too. They don't do the whole sign. They do it just one hand. So they'll be like, is the coffee alive? Is it fresh? First time I saw that, it freaked me out. Because I'm like, what, you open up the can there and the coffee's like, hey! What does that mean? But those are, is the coffee alive? Is the milk alive? Is it fresh? So it's an idiom they'll use. We cover idioms a lot more later, but ASL's got a lot of them. So, and those are always true. So, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because that is another lesson in here. So, closer to the end. So stick with it. Stick with it. Work. 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 Yes, and you want to make sure both your palms are all pointing down. You don't want to turn your hands any other way. Work.
What does this mean? So just repeatedly or just?
Well, this means like slave. So.
I'm going to slave.
So work.
Wait, is it one time or repeatedly?
Yes.
Work.
Either way. So you can do it multiple times. Really, you're looking at. Man, y'all get all kinds of little grammatical tidbits today. We have what's called noun-verb pairs in ASL. You familiar with these? You familiar with these, Jamie?
A little bit.
Noun-verb pairs. These are fun.
Yeah.
So
a little bit.
How it works in ASL when you have a verb, it's usually just one movement. So this is sit. Seat is two. The same is true for eat, and then food.
Mom.
So work is the same, although it's a little bit different because we use the same word in English. I can go to work, or I can work. So it's the same English word, but it's the same idea. So that's kind of the difference for work. If you do it once or twice, don't get too stuck on that idea. Like, so they're like, do I do it once or twice? You're fine. Just do the right sign and you'll be golden. So, but you just got me off on that. So, work. And then friend. Because friends like to hang out. Friend, not to be confused with possum.
This looks like one friend's hanging with their lives.
I found one in my yard a few days ago. In the morning, I let the dog out, and she just
found the right
went
person.
crazy.
My friend now.
Which is weird because I don't live like near any kind of woods or anything. I live like right off the like I live like 5 minutes from here, and my dog was just like going insane. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, Lucy, and she's just going wild. And I look out there, and there's like this possum over there just. Just like that, mouth open, just staring at her. I'm like, she's going to attack this thing, and it's going to bite her, and then we're going to have to take her to the vet, and that's going to be a vet. I don't want to deal with this. And so, I got her in and stuff, and that thing just stood there. So, but anyway.
Did you ever have to move the possum, or is it still there?
It's still there. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. After like 10 minutes, I watched it out the window. After like 10 minutes, it just walked away. I don't know where it went, but there's a possum somewhere in my neighborhood.
It's at my house.
It's at your house.
In my backyard.
Yeah. So if it's smart, it'll avoid my yard because my dog's. We don't know what kind of dog she is, but she's some kind of hound. She's a mixed dog, but she got a real strong prey drive, and so she kills anything that gets in our yard.
I think a shepherd.
You know, even moles.
Or a
Oh, I catch a mole. She like digs at the ground and pulls them up out of it. So, friend, because friends hang out with each other. Hey, friend. Sometimes you will see just friends. That's kind of got the idea of more of a strong friend, like a good friend. And then you have like best friends. You'll still see that from best friend. But for us, friend. Friend. So, how would you sign my mom lives here? Lives. Very good, very good. My mom lives here. What is the name of your church?
What name? Are you want to actually say what is the name?
Oh, no, what's the, how would you sign that question? You got it.
Name.
You gotta think with the duck.
Remember your. I'm seeing a few people made that mistake, your.
Oh.
You did it right. You did it right.
Like the think here is not what, it's church what.
Yeah. Your church named what? You could do it either, no, it's flexible.
Name your church what, please.
Both are fine. Who is your friend?
Oh. Your friend, which?
That was mom and who goes at the end, remember?
Oh,
You did.
Your
But who goes at the end?
friend. No, your friend. Who, which? Oh, it's who?
That's which. That's which.
Oh, this is who.
Who?
Oh. It says who am I? You could do which is yours. Yeah, why everyone goes?
You could. Yeah, I know, but that's not the sentence I put in the book.
Why would everyone?
So, your friend who? Your friend who?
I was ready to do who and also see everyone doing which.
My church is over there.
Did we do over?
Do you need it?
Church there.
Yeah. Well, this way.
There.
My church there. My church there. Yep, I was gonna say flip it the other way. My church there. My church there.
My church is.
I did. My church there. You're fine either way.
And then back to the hello. My name is
Yeah.
blank.
Hello, my name is.
My name is D-A-N-I-E-L. I don't know my last name. That's Cunningham.
All right, very good.
Last year.
Very good. Now we have a few minutes left. I wanted to go back and talk about some numbers again.
Numbers, how many here? How long is your charter going to be? Do you know how the exact date?
What?
The exact date will be more.
I mean, we know what the doctor said. August 10th. But, you know, you might not know this, but doctors are pretty much always wrong when it comes to due dates.
Sometimes
Most babies aren't born on their due dates. Hmm?
like a meteorologist, sometimes they'll say this happens, and all of a sudden hurricanes go to your location.
Exactly. Which my wife's sister is due, my wife is due on the 10th and her sister is due on the 9th.
Oh, wow.
So we're kind of hoping they're born on the same day because that would be really funny. So
Switch child.
they're having a race, so that's what we keep saying. One part sister.
One big celebration.
My wife and her sister, yeah. Well, her sister lives in Missouri though, so it won't be hard to do too much celebrating. Like, but it's still really funny though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not an important question, but what's on the billboard? I see a giant duck picture and there's building blocks.
I I have no idea. I didn't put that there. That was me. So, all right. 20.
Chickens.
21.
20.
21. 21. 22.
Boing boing.
22? Wait, oh, 22.
20. You do 22? I've always seen 22.
Like that.
So Michael's got 22 on us here. So I've always seen 22, but I'm not going to say wrong. So 22. 23. Remember, you make a 3 and wiggle your middle finger. 23.
It looks like a K except without the stop.
Kind of like a K, yeah. It does. That one does feel weird. 24.
4 and I think wiggle your.
You're going to do this weird 2 and a 4. My very technical term, the weird 2. 24.
Eventually, I'm keep doing this week. I'm gonna grab your thumb.
And then 25. So you're going to make a 5. You're going to wiggle your middle finger and your ring finger.
I was doing it like that.
I know that 20s are weird. 25. Now they'll get a little bit more normal. 26. So weird 2 and a 6.
Oh, is that right?
Nope, that's 9. Little finger, little number. 27. Yep. Weird 2 and a 7. 28. Weird 2 and an 8. And then 29. Weird 2 and a 9. Weird 2 and a 9.
It is easy.
And then 30. 30. 30. 30. 30. How about what is 91? Yeah, it's just 9-1. No trick there. How about what is 45?
4 or 5.
45.
Wait. If that's 4 or 5, let's say you're counting upward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you did 4, 5, so technically you would not be saying 4 to 5. You would say 45.
Kind of, yeah, but it would, context, you would know. So no one would go. No one goes 1, 2, 3, 45. 1, 2, 3, 45.
Unless you're bad.
So, all right, we're gonna end here in just a second. Do we have any questions to close out class? Nothing. All right. Well, I'll be around after class if you do have questions. I'm here. There are no stupid questions.
Okay. This is beginner class. Is there going to be a class next, after this?
Advanced.
Possibly. I have material for a class after this. As long as I can convince them to let me teach it again. As long as enough people are interested, yes, there can absolutely be a class
Yeah,
after
we'd like
this.
to go on.
Yeah, there is absolutely. I have tons of stuff I can teach you all. So, other questions? All right, we're going to go ahead and pray, and I have people waiting at the door, so I want to be punctual, just like punctual Pastor Rich. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, Father, thank you for this class.